Welcome to another episode of Hollywood Kitchen. Today we are in the kitchen of my friend ukulele chanteuse and musician Janet Klein with John Reynolds, who is also an incredible musician in his own right. And he is the grandson of classic Hollywood actress ZaSu Pitts. And this may be the first time in Hollywood Kitchen we've ever done an episode with someone to whom her cookbook was dedicated. ZaSu Pitts was an avid candy maker, which we're going to talk about. Mm-hmm. She published a book called Candy Hits with ZaSu Pitts. And this book is dedicated to John and to his brother Ralph. Yeah. So this is a huge honor to have you here. I'm so excited.
Me too.
Yes, thank you. So I always wonder, for those of us who weren't born into Hollywood, when did you first put the pieces together that your grandmother was a famous actress?
I think I used to watch her, the Gail Storm show, late 50s, which came on just before the Lawrence Welk show. I think that was Saturday night. So I knew, oh, there's grandmother on television. And occasionally in those days, they'd show the old movies here and there with Thelma Todd, the Hal Roach things, and some of the other old movies. And so I knew early, and people running up to her and asking her for her autograph.
That's got to be a little weird as a kid, because you're probably like,
Yeah. And I remember her constantly correcting people on how to pronounce her name. All the time.
Oh, that had to have been extraordinary.
And actually, in the little candy book, there's a promotional photo of her from the 20s.
Yes.
And they have a whole chart on how her name was created.
Yeah.
But actually, according to the chart, the Zay is from Alive Za.
Za, that's right.
So no wonder people, you think that they might say ZaSu.
Well, and ZaSu, I think, rolls off the tongue easier than ZaSu.
My freshman year of film school, we watched Eric von Stroheim's Greed, which I've seen in many cuts, including the 4.5-hour version.
Yeah.
And that was my first introduction to her. And I remember thinking, what an arresting screen presence. Because in Sunset Boulevard, Gloria Swanson has that line, they had faces then.
Yeah.
This is a prime example of they had faces then. Because you just don't forget those big, soulful eyes. They burn at you through the screen,
Yeah. Kind of goth almost.
Yeah, she really makes an impression on you.
Yeah.
And I read that her part in All Quiet on the Western Front wound up on the cutting room floor.
Yes.
And she was even ready to pack it up and call it a day in Hollywood when Hal Roach stepped in.
Yes.
And thought she was more of a comedian.
Yes.
And paired her with Thelma Todd.
That's right.
So good.
Those are so good. And she made several films with Slim Somerville.
Yes.
And it wasn't Footlight Parade, it was, what was the Busby Berkeley film? Dames! Oh, I love Dames. That's such a good one.
Yeah.
So,
she was in that.
Yeah, she had such a long and incredibly varied career. And tell me about what she was like as a person.
The best grandma you could ever want. The best. Terrific. Just fun to be with.
Yeah?
Just fabulous.
Oh, that's so cool to know that.
Yeah.
And Janet and I were talking because she lived in a Paul Williams home.
Yes.
Paul Williams was probably one of the most prolific architects in Los Angeles history, designing over 3,000 buildings and very famous buildings. And he was a pioneer and just an incredible man. And we're also going to see, I think you gave me that.
Did I?
I think you gave me this picture.
It looks like my writing on it.
Yeah, it does in the back.
John Gill.
If you need this back.
No. That's another musician I haven't seen for years.
Okay.
No, that's yours.
But she had this, you were telling me she lived in a house in Brentwood, and it was Paul Williams' design.
Yeah.
And that she had this circular kitchen, which
Yes.
I would give a body part to like go see that kitchen. But this is a picture of ZaSu in her Brentwood kitchen in the Paul Williams house. And tell us about the kitchen and what it was like to be in there with her, if you remember.
So just a little sadness.
Okay, it's all right.
She met her second husband at Hearst Castle.
Mm-hmm.
He was a world-class tennis pro and hired by William Randolph Hearst to set up people who were appropriate to play tennis with each other, and he would also demonstrate. He was very handsome, but he had a gambling problem.
Mm.
They got married, and I think ZaSu had to get out of the Brentwood house somewhere around 1946 or 7. And in those days, it was a double whammy. He was gambling her fortune away, and the government came in and back taxed you.
Oh boy.
O'Brien, dead on arrival, what's his name?
Edmund O'Brien, yeah.
Same thing happened to him. And I mean, and then it was a bum deal, you know.
Yeah.
But, so she lost the house. So I never was in it, except I drove my mother by when I got my license in 1969. And we just drove right up, knocked on the door, and the guy let us in.
And that house is still standing today, correct?
Yes, it is.
Thank goodness something is in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
And it's right across from where the former OJ mansion was. They tore that down.
Good.
It's on Rockingham Road
Okay.
in Brentwood.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a sad part.
Okay.
And so where did she live after that?
She lived in a little apartment in Brentwood.
Mm-hmm.
And then she moved to an apartment right across the street from Huntington Hospital, which is still there. I visited when I was there recently for many months. And it's still there. A typical late 50s, early 60s apartment. It's where the freeway would go right through if they probably will never finish that freeway.
Over there.
Or they'll go under. And she was diagnosed with pretty bad breast cancer in around 1950, but made it all the way till 1963.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What drew her to making candy specifically? Because there's so many types of food that you can kind of gravitate to. So what was it about candy that seemed to really fascinate her?
I don't know. I think it's because that's one thing she and her mother did.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting story too, because my mother never saw my mother's mother. Interesting.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I don't know. Well, and ZaSu was kicked out of the house because her mom needed her room to rent.
Oh, jeez.
So,
Yeah.
and it was very sad. She went down to the station or the bus stop or whatever it was and just was weeping and crying and came running back. And the very next day, Mom marched her
And
down
where
there
was
again.
that? What town?
Santa Cruz. And the house is still there.
I was thinking about it, and 2 years ago, I hosted and moderated a panel at this Halloween convention called Midsummer Scream, and it was about food, grief, and death, and how those three things kind of intersect.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes food can bring back happy memories or joyous memories, and it's a
Yes.
way to capture in time that visceral feeling of, this is how grandma's house smelled, this is how it tasted when my mom made this.
Yeah.
And also, I think about it like on Hollywood Kitchen, I admit we do a lot of desserts, and there's a couple reasons for that. First off, quite a number of them are fairly easy to make and not like sweetbreads or something just kind of crazy like that. And then the other thing is that it brings people joy. Because, I mean, if you've ever worked like an office, someone brings in a box of Krispy Kremes, everybody's like, oh, yay! I mean, there's something about a little sweet. It's kind of like a treat or an uplifting thing in
Very
a world
much, yeah.
where there's a lot of drudgery and a lot of, difficult things going on.
Yes.
So something about a dessert item
Yeah.
kind of perks people up. So sometimes
yeah.
if I'm looking at star recipes and I'm like, I could make the cheese platter, or I could make the chocolate cake. Let's see, what would bring people the most joy? And that almost often tends to be the dessert.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
So.
Yeah. And I think it mentions it's in the book, they would line you up on a fence to pick you. They wanted you in the movie, in the teens.
Wow.
And she'd always bring big baskets of goodies.
Greasing that wheel never hurt.
This was,
Smart.
Yeah.
Sassy.
Yeah.
And the other thing about candy is, unlike some other dishes, it's very portable. So beef stew is not,
No.
but you can make little bits of fudge or candy or cookies. Very easily take that down to a movie set and distribute, which is
Everyone
also,
gets 1 or 2 cookies.
Yeah, and everybody's
Yeah.
happy. Which
Yes, that's
don't
right.
we all want that? So,
Yes, exactly.
very cool. So
Yeah.
when we were going to do this episode, I asked what was the number one thing you remembered her making for you, and you told me it was the chocolate fudge.
The chocolate, I don't know. She actually made little candies that were very similar to C's. But she also made outstanding pancakes and really good fried chicken the next day cold was the best. And in her round kitchen, which you can't see, she had a barbecue built into the kitchen. There was a barbecue in there. So she wouldn't have to go, it could be raining or any time of year, and she'd have barbecue right there.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think everything she made was fabulous.
Wow.
Yeah. So she was good.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of agreed we would make the chocolate fudge.
Yes.
And one thing I gotta say, a lot of these vintage recipes can be very non-specific, shall we say, about how to make things or what ingredients. This one had a much more specificity than the average one. So Janet and I are going to make this, and we're all going to eat it together and talk about it. But before we get into that...
And I have this mole in my house, the lamb right there.
Oh, wow.
I have some of these. I have that, and that.
He's pointing out some of the pieces from this photograph that he has in his house
Do you think
today.
those were antique at the time? Those
I
chocolate
think they probably
Those
could
molds?
have been, yes.
So what we're going to do before we get into making fudge, i.e. possibly making a mess, you gave Janet some hats from ZaSu's personal wardrobe, right?
Are we filming?
Yes.
They might be my grandmother's on my dad's side.
No, those are. No, you gave me some of those too.
Oh,
But I'll show you.
these are
You'll
the
remember.
ZaSu
These
hats?
are the ZaSu.
Okay.
These are
I'm
ZaSu
sure,
hats.
I'm very sure about these.
And
three.
I regret not having, because I remember them as a kid, Mr. John boxes. I don't know if you know it. He was big in Manhattan.
Wow.
And they were, I think, I want to say light blue, big round things. Mr. John.
Wow.
Yeah. She was very much into fine clothes.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm
Are you
gonna.
gonna-
All right. Well, Janet is going to run and go get the hats.
She's getting them now.
Okay.
Okay. Are we still being filmed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Janet, you want to show the camera the hats so people can see these awesome creations?
Yeah.
So this one. Look at this little number. Beautiful, unusual straw, woven straw. You can just picture. She wore a lot of black and white. That's why I just wore.
Yes.
You want to try it on?
And as a kid, I remember a lot of, this is very appropriate, a lot of dark blue with white polka dots.
Exactly, classic.
And berets. Berets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
In the 50s.
Oh, I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Trying to be very gentle with it.
And what are those? Oh, those go over your head, right?
These are very unusual. These look like they might be from the 20s.
God.
They have like little jangling beads on the side.
Wow.
Yeah, those
And
are.
little head pieces, and then I think you floof up your hair in the back. It's almost like a built-in tiara.
Who
Oh,
doesn't
I
want a
see.
built-in tiara in life, right?
Oh, so that's the front here.
Yes.
Oh, I got
Do
you.
I try to carry?
It looks so fragile. I don't want to. I don't know.
Here, I'll try it.
Okay.
Try it.
Nothing will fit you, but it's just a flood of little tiny flowers.
Yeah.
Millinery. It's so pretty. And then there's another one that's just a different version of the same unusual style.
Oh wow! Did she wear any of these in a film? Do you know?
I mean, there's still a bobby pin. There's still 2 bobby pins in this
Oh
one.
my gosh!
I love that. So here another.
It's haunted.
With this droopy.
Oh, yeah.
Droopy. It's a very 20s harem girl, I think.
It's very exotica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful beading. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
really not just for. It's very nicely made.
Oh,
Not just
wow.
for like a costume where you'd look at it up close and it wouldn't be much, but it's actually very intricate.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's hard to wear a lot of beading from that era because whenever I've done it, every time I move a muscle, I hear
Yes,
beads crashing to the floor.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there it is. Show and tell.
Show and tell. Those are beautiful pieces.
Yeah, old clothing. I actually
Oh,
saw a
there's-
girl dancing to Dean Morris band. And she had proper underwear on, but her dress literally flew off. It just came unseamed.
Oh my goodness.
And, you know, they're swing dancing.
Oh yeah.
That'll happen.
We know.
Eric and Sylvia, they were a lovely
The
couple.
high risk of vintage clothing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
All
Yeah,
right.
it doesn't last
So
forever.
much talent.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what are some of your favorite movies or television appearances in her career?
She doesn't have a big part in it, but she plays Elizabeth Taylor's aunt in Life with Father. And I'm a huge William Powell fan.
Oh, who isn't? Yes, we
And
love
he's
him.
in there. And I got to meet Donald O'Connor. She plays the kind of the nurse in the psychiatric ward when they think he's going nuts. And according to my mom, if you watch them, when you see the back of ZaSu's head and they're focusing on Donald O'Connor, they would make funny faces and try to make each other crack up. So that was fun. And Ruggles of Red Gap, am I saying that right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like Charles Laughton.
Oh,
And the lead guy in it with the mustache, God, I can't remember his name, but I really like the cast and it's fun. And that one sticks out. And the Thelma Todd stuff.
oh
You know,
yes,
all
yes, I
that.
love that.
And I have seen Greed. It's so depressing and so long.
It is.
I've seen the version where they have the stills.
Yep,
Of
me
what
too.
they've cut out. Supposedly, the rumor is in Argentina. There is the full copy of it, but it better have been transferred by now. Or it explodes, you know. But Eric von Stroheim thought ZaSu was fabulous.
He was right.
And I think it was on the movie The Wedding March, he was treating the extras like filth. And ZaSu never swore in front of me. And she told him where to go and what to do with himself
Good.
at the top of her lungs. How dare you treat these people like that,
Yeah.
you know? And she walked off. And he snapped out of it. He was cooled, you know.
Good.
He could be a hothead.
He's kind of known as one of the most temperamental directors probably in film history.
Yeah.
The man you love to hate is
Yes.
Eric von Stroheim.
Yeah, and I and it's not a ZaSu movie, but I can watch it, Sunset Boulevard, over and over and over and over. I just never get tired of it.
Me neither.
And Gloria Swanson's so young. She's a lady of 50. And she looks great. You know, it's...
Well, I think ageism, unfortunately, is still with us, but back then, I think it was really bad.
Oh,
Like,
it was
so many
really
of these
bad.
actresses,
Yeah.
they turn 30, and it's like a
Right.
kiss
Over
of
the
death.
hill.
Much less 40 or 50, and they still were beautiful and talented and had something to offer. And
Yeah.
I think in ZaSu's case, being a character actress
yeah.
probably saved her from a lot of that.
Yeah.
Because she never was the sex bomb and that
No.
kind of actress. So
Yeah.
she probably could still keep going with a little more ease in those transitions from silence to sound to television than some of the other ones.
Yes,
maybe.
and her voice was the model of Olive Oil in the Popeye cartoons.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And there's even film footage of what's-her-name saying it. the gal who did it.
Oh,
Very
I don't know.
Who did Betty Boop.
Oh, Mae Questel?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that Mae Questel
Yes.
did all of
Because
that.
they showed her the shorts and with the hands. And,
Oh, she was so,
Oh,
such a
Popeye.
big warrior. Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
And I love the Wedding March. I go to the San Francisco Silent Film Festival every year. I've gone like 24 years now. And I've gotten to see the Wedding March twice.
Is that at the Castro?
It was
Oh.
until they decided to rip all the seats out of the Castro. So, yeah, I was part of the protest of Deco people with the Save Our Seats signs, but we didn't get our way.
Would they make it into a nightclub or something?
Nightclub and concert venue. And they say they're going to bring in chairs. I don't exactly know how that's going to work for the purposes of a lengthy film festival, but they've kind of had to bebop around the Bay. They've been at the San Francisco Jazz Center. They are going to be at the Orinda this coming fall. I never want to complain because I know how hard it is to keep that ship going.
Yes.
So I just try to show up, be supportive, and be grateful it's still existing for us. But I did see Wedding March twice at the Castro, and it that movie absolutely guts me. And it's not on DVD to my knowledge. And that's one of my top wish list items of like, please let this be on DVD because it's just such a brilliant movie.
Yeah, and she really plays a nutcase in that one.
It's so good.
I don't think I ever saw it.
Yeah.
It's so good. Well, it's not really easy to see, though. I mean, if I hadn't have been lucky enough to be at the Castro when I was, I wouldn't have had, it's not one of those silents like, say, Safety Last that just comes up all the time and gets shown. It's kind of pretty far under the radar.
Yeah,
for
and those von Stroheim films, very depressing.
As my dear friend Laura Gabriel says, a little von Stroheim goes a very long way.
Yeah.
She's totally right about that.
Oh, yeah. 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 And if you he was a pretty rough dude. He came from he actually came from Austrian hat makers, I think, right?
I am not sure. I'd have to look that up, to be honest. But
I think he gave, and in the 20s and 30s, it was not unusual for people to give themselves phony titles like Vaughn and Duke and, kind of nonsense.
Self-mythologizing, I think we'd probably call it.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Maybe, I don't know, but it sounds like it would be.
Yeah. Kind of, making you a little bit more special than you really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his clashes with stars and studio chiefs and Irving Thalberg, that's like the stuff of
yes.
Hollywood legend.
Yes.
I mean...
Yeah, they had an exhibit of some of Irving Thalberg's letters to Eric von Stroheim were pertaining to it. They were really vicious. He was wasting a lot of money.
And
he was going way, just way over the top.
And he
time-wise.
fabricated that letter of Paul Byrne. It was really, I think, one of Paul Byrne's old girlfriends who came by and shot him.
Dorothy Millette.
Right? Mm-hmm. I don't think he killed himself. But that house is... It's a hot item if you like haunted places.
Yeah, that
and
is
it's
true.
cute looking, too. It's too bad that happened.
And it still stands, which again, I
Again.
feel like anything that still survives in Los Angeles,
And is
I
that
have to be...
Beverly Hills or is that Hollywood?
I want to say Beverly Hills,
Yeah.
but I'm not entirely
up
sure.
in the canyons, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to talk about your music career a little bit too before we get into making the Fudge shirt. So you and Janet work together a lot, and you guys are both such talented musicians. And you play the banjo, you whistle like nobody has ever whistled before or ever will again.
Not like John Reynolds.
That's you.
Oh yeah.
That is you.
Oh,
Nobody
nothing like me. That's right.
Yeah. But you are so talented. And Janet, where can we find, if people want to listen to your music, and John, where can we find you guys online?
Tomorrow night
Or in person?
Well, you just
where are we?
contact Carrie Bible and she'll if you give us your email address, we'll send you things.
Yeah.
But we play at some nice vintage venues around.
We're in we don't know when
San
this
Francisco,
San Francisco.
and Stookies Club Modern.
I love that place.
Mid-month, Old Town Music Hall in El Segundo, where you present movies also as a favorite.
Piedmont Performing Arts Center. Is that a place?
We'll talk about that one.
Oh,
And,
okay. Whoops. Okay.
but yes.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Like through your music, you're kind of bringing the era of ZaSu into the future,
Yeah.
right? Would you say
Without really...
intentionally?
Without intentionally, yes, exactly. It's that same vintage.
You naturally exude it.
Yeah. Now, on my dad's side, my grandfather was a very good bones player.
Wow.
So as a little kid, we would have Dixieland LPs. And my dad was also very good on the bones. And that kind of got me rolling, you know.
When you say bones, what are we talking here?
Do
wish
you
I had
want
a
to demonstrate with spoons?
I guess I could, yeah. Why not? Let me soil some...
Just illuminate someone that's not a musician.
It's a kitchen spoon.
Yeah,
It's a kitchen show.
These were actually...
True. Yes.
My grandfather actually went down to the butcher shop in Pasadena and got ribs. You would get... That's a roll. Okay.
Wow.
So there you go.
Darn
Now,
good.
wash these, please.
First time on Hollywood Kitchen, we've had a musician make music in the kitchen with spoons. That is awesome.
Firsts.
Later, I'll be doing my hands.
Okay, well, we're going to be right back in a moment, and we're going to make some fudge. All right, so Candy Hits with ZaSu Pitts was published in 1963, and I'm going to kind of read a little bit about the recipe before we get started. Okay, so what you will need to make her chocolate fudge. You will need 2 cups of sugar, 3/4 cup of milk, 2 1-ounce squares of unsweetened chocolate, which you have right here, a dash of salt, 1 teaspoon of corn syrup, 2 teaspoons of butter or margarine, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and a 1/2 cup of coarsely chopped nuts. Now here's what she says about this, that she uses a very heavy saucepan for this, and she says the absent-minded candy maker can find her syrup boiling all over the range if the telephone rings, or if she starts to recite the last act of the bat. That was one of ZaSu's films. Butter the sides of the saucepan, and in it combine sugar, milk, chocolate, salt, and corn syrup. Heat over medium heat until sugar dissolves and mixture comes to a boil.
Notice how heavy and big that is.
Yeah, Janet, blue is our theme today. Everybody got the blue memo. So we're all wearing blue, and Janet is buttering a blue pan. So yeah.
Butter the blues away.
All right. I do not have a candy thermometer, and Janet doesn't either, but we're going to wing it, and I think we're going to be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So should I start handing you the ingredients?
Yes, ma'am.
Here is the sugar,
Oh man.
the milk.
Just a bit of, and just put it in and.
Well, it says butter the sides. In it, combine sugar, milk, chocolate, salt, and corn syrup.
Okay.
Sugar, milk.
Milk.
Chocolate. I double checked with a friend to see if they used a double boiler when they made fudge, and she said no. So,
Okay.
And ZaSu is not saying to do that, so we're hoping that this doesn't stick to the bone.
Janet, do you have the pinch of salt?
Yes.
Okay. And by the way, the recipe says corn syrup, but what I did not know is do we use dark corn syrup or light corn syrup? But I basically did a Google search and it said use light corn syrup. Janet, do you have the corn syrup back there?
No, I think I measured it, it's the clear liquid.
May I help you?
Ah, the clear liquid. Okay, I couldn't
May
even
I
see it.
place this in?
This is
Place
for
it in. Do the honors,
memory of
John.
ZaSu. Wow.
Wow.
Well, and put this in and the vanilla too.
But that not the vanilla right now.
Oh, okay.
Now,
It
what
says.
is that?
This is corn syrup, which look at it's like glue.
No, there's nothing.
Yeah, corn
No,
syrup
there
is really crazy because
It looks like resin.
Oh, I see it.
John, if you ever needed to do shingles on your roof,
See, look
you
at
could
it.
probably use corn syrup to achieve that because it is that
Will
thick
it
and
get rid
messy.
of my shingles?
That I don't think so.
It'll stick something together.
Okay.
Yeah, I spilt it all over the floor of my apartment when I was doing the Victor Mature bread pudding episode. I was tempted to move promptly because it created such a giant mess, and you cannot clean that stuff up. It's a nightmare.
Wow.
It's
Total
like
nightmare.
glue.
It is like glue.
Well, think of what it does inside it.
Okay, so
Sugar and glue.
we're gonna heat and stir over medium heat until sugar dissolves and everything comes to a boil.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Is it on?
I'm just putting it on.
Okay.
This is an old stove, so hold on a second.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
If you do not have a thermometer, you must rely on the soft ball test. Remove pan from heat, drop a few balls of fudge into a cup of cold water. I think we could probably skip that because it sounds like it would be a little bit messy, maybe?
No, I mean, you know.
Or should we try it?
I can prepare a cup of water.
Okay, okay.
And see what happens. I don't know.
All right.
See what we think. Just because if we're uncertain about the temperature,
Yeah.
that might help us. We'll give it a shot. Okay.
All right, so Janet is going to be making this here in the background and stirring it all
And
up.
the butter is not in here.
Let's see. Hang on just a second. It just says sugar, milk, chocolate, salt, and corn syrup.
Okay. Does it say butter later?
Add butter and let cool to lukewarm. So I think once you,
after it comes to boil.
yeah, I think after it comes to a boil is when we add that.
Okay.
I mean, part of me is tempted to throw everything in there at once, but maybe she has a method to.
No, I would be careful.
Yeah, it's
with
got a
it.
method.
Do it the way they tell you.
That's right. That's right. Janet is stirring all of the ingredients here on her stove.
Here we go. See, the chocolate thing is floating in there. It's
Glad I wore my
melting.
two-tones.
Ooh.
That's right.
Here it goes.
Oh, look.
Ooh,
Just look at it.
it looks. ZaSu would say, okay. What would you say?
Would she?
Ooh, very
The chocolate does take a little bit of time to kind of melt.
Oh,
in these
sure.
things,
If it's got to
so.
come to a boil, maybe.
Little status update. The chocolate is melting very beautifully here in the pan.
Very evenly.
Very evenly as well.
Thank you.
And also, I know we don't have smell-o-vision, but you should smell Janet's kitchen. It smells like chocolate fudge heaven in here. Janet and I are still in the kitchen figuring this recipe out. Janet, we've run into a few little minor issues here. We don't have a candy thermometer, so we have been trying to stir this fudge, and it's taking a lot longer than we thought it would.
Yeah.
And ZaSu said to get a cup of really cold water and drop little droplets of the fudge into the cold water to see if they coagulate.
Yeah, they sort of do.
They sort of
and
do.
They do,
sort
and
of
then
do.
they flatten out. That's what she said.
They flatten
So
out.
this is what
That's
you.
what she said.
That's what she said. You got to do if you don't have a thermometer,
Okay.
candy thermometer.
Yes, and we don't have a
Okay.
candy thermometer.
So I think we're gonna say it did do something like that.
Okay.
We're hoping for the best, and then we should add the butter and then let it cool. I think is that what?
Okay, so I'm going to grab the butter and we'll
Let's
add
check,
that.
Let's check what she says in the recipe. And vanilla.
It says add butter and let to cool lukewarm without stirring.
Okay.
The kettle should be cool to the touch. Now add vanilla and start beating vigorously.
Okay, so we're gonna add the butter first. Okay.
So add the butter.
Whoop. And that's just kind of naturally kind of melt because it's hot in there. Right? And they said don't stir it anymore.
And stir it. So we're just going to let it sit here and get nice and cool.
And maybe John could play banjo.
Yeah, John can play banjo for us while we're waiting on the fudge to cool down. This is kind of a more freewheeling episode today, guys. But your favorite songs here, and
I don't really have
Someone's in
any.
the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen. Someone's in the kitchen with Someone's in the kitchen with strumming on the old banjo.
Thank
Now
you.
you can play one of your special things.
Well,
Just
I
came
really
to
don't have
mind.
a
You
special
know, playing the banjo in the kitchen.
yeah. the fudge is cooling, John is now going to play his guitar and whistle for us. Take it away, John.
I'm not afraid that she'll leave me. She's not the kind to be unfair. Instead, I trust her implicitly. She can go what she wanted to do, what she wants to do. I don't care. I get my affections, change my complexion from white to rosy red. Anytime she holds my hand and tells me that she's mine. Yeah.
Okay, we just did the vanilla. Woo.
And what was that? Oh, that was it.
That was vanilla.
The vanilla and the nuts.
Here are the nuts.
And then
And this is the actual apron that Randall Scott wore with Cary Grant in 1930 at their beach house.
All right, this episode has gotten a little bit more complicated than any of us intended it to be. Okay, so
we're having fun.
We're having fun, and that's kind of what matters, right, Janet? At the end of the day, it really is. So, okay, so
Vigorous.
John is in the background, very vigorously
Vigorously
beating what she says to do.
I'm
And
beating it.
we had to let. I'm sorry. We had to let the fudge cool. We have added vanilla. It says now add vanilla and start to beat vigorously. Which John is having the time of his life. Soon the mixture will become very thick and start to lose its gloss.
It's gonna get hard.
Gloss. Toss in the nuts.
Is it losing its gloss?
Well, I hope.
I like toasted almonds, but walnuts are delicious too. You must gamble on the precise moment when your candy is about to set up.
But don't marry a gambler.
And pour it into a shallow pan just before the critical split second arrives.
Look.
You will then achieve a sheet of smooth fudge that can be cut into beautiful squares
It does look
when
glossy
cool.
Okay.
Still looking glossy, guys. It's a problem. Okay, now ZaSu says in this book, and I'm reading straight from the horse's mouth here, my special variation on this method is that I pour the mixture onto a marble slab or buttered board and knead it like dough. That's going to get real messy fast.
Yeah, see, it's not kneadable, right?
No.
It's not kneadable. It is so not kneadable. Instead of pouring
not needed.
into a pan, then I roll it into logs, wrap it in wax paper, and chill it. Okay, we're going to not do that because it will make a mess.
But it's a question to think how long the beating needs to be.
And I bet that marble slab was freezing.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're right.
Could be.
I bet it was freezing.
I was thinking if it was different, we could put on this, or I have another little marble thing for like
Okay,
a
so
small one, but-
John here is still going to continue to beat vigorously. And then as soon as it loses its gloss, I've never heard that in a recipe, something losing its gloss. That's new to me.
It sounds depressing.
Right? So,
Gloss.
all right, so in a minute, we're going to come back and we're going to pour it into a pan. Stay tuned. Oh, it's doing now.
It feels like it's getting heavier and thicker.
Okay, that's a good thing.
It's thick. See, it's thick. It's lost its gloss. I mean, you know what I mean.
Wow, yeah.
Come on.
I totally do.
Okay, into the...
We're trying. We've never made candy before.
You know, I need another arm.
Tell me how its consistency is changed.
It's thick and deliciously rich.
Lost its gloss.
It lost its gloss.
It did lose its gloss. Lost its gloss. It's turning into an Austrian dish. Oh, let me simply cradle it. Then it is absolutely doing it. Okay.
Okay, it took a little time to get there.
Yeah.
But I think this journey with ZaSu is going to be worth it at the end
It
of the
is.
day. Now, I actually have to leave pretty soon, but you and Janet are going to refrigerate this, cut it
Yeah.
into squares, and eat it later tonight.
Yes.
And let me know how fabulous and delicious it was.
We shall.
All right.
And I'm really grateful you're doing
Yeah.
that.
Now,
Okay, John, what do you remember from ZaSu?
she would let us lick the spoons.
Wow.
Excellent. Woo!
Oh, decadent.
So this journey's been well worth it.
Oh.
Wow. Talk about sugar.
Whoopee!
Oh my God.
Yay!
Are you getting flashbacks from when you were a little boy? I got
I'm
you
gonna
like
run around the block.
this. Hello. Well, Carrie and John Reynolds had to leave a little early, so I'm here just to finish up, tip ZaSu's hat, say thank you to John Reynolds for sharing his reminiscences of ZaSu Pitts, and thank you to Carrie Bible. Our fudge came out. This is ZaSu's recipe. It's just lovely. So thank you so much. Come back and visit and watch Carrie's show for more fun, tasty foods and film facts with Carrie Bible and her Hollywood Kitchen Show. Bye-bye.
It isn't the paddle, it's not the canoe. It isn't the river or skies that are blue. It isn't the love dreams that bring joy to you. It's the girl, it's the